never gotta say shit. And I know you taste this a little bit. High maintenance. Everybody else basic. You live life on an everyday basis with poetic justice. Poetic justice. If I told you that a flower bloomed in a dark room, would you trust it? I mean, I write poems in these songs dedicated to you when you're in the mood for empathy. It's blood in my pen. Better yet with your friends and them. She wanna go and party. Nigga don't approach up with that Atari. Nigga that ain't good game, homie, sorry. They say conversation, rule a nation. I can tell, but I could never right my wrongs. Lest I write it down for real. P.S. 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 You can get it, you can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know you, know you, know you, know you, know you, what you want. Poetic justice, put it in the song. Alright.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it.
You can get it, you can get it, you can get it. And I know you, know you, know you, know you, know you, what you want. Poetic justice, put it in the song. Alright.
Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it. Every second, every minute, man, I swear that she can get it.
Return to the Mac. Get up what it is, what it does, what it is, what it isn't. Looking for a better way to get up out of bed instead of getting on the internet and checking a new hit. Get up. First shot, hip strut walking. A little bit of humble, a little bit of cautious. Somewhere between like Rocky and Cosby's for the game. No, y'all can't copy yet. Plan, moonwalking. This here is our party. My posse's been on Broadway, and we did it all right here. Now they can't tell me nothing. We give it to the people, spread it across the country.
Let's make this fleeting moment last forever. So tell me what you're waiting for. I'm gonna keep it frozen here forever. There's no regretting anymore.
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to day 2 here of the ProGameX.com tournament. I am Zil here, and I am joined once again by Yips. And Yips, how you doing, man?
I'm doing pretty good. Excited for day 2 to see the final games of the tournament. Yesterday's games were actually really, really good, so I'm going to be excited to kind of see how this Monkey she does against this Druid Lock Shaman, Druid Shaman DK team. Like it's kind of like Druid Lock Shaman, but a DK instead of a Lock.
Yeah, exactly. It is pretty similar. So I can hear a bit of an echo. Are you using speakers right now?
No. One sec.
I'm not sure, but anyway, we are going to be getting into the losers bracket first. So we'll try to find out for you guys if those teams are ready, and as soon as they are ready, obviously we will be hopping on into that and going as soon as we can. So I'm just trying to talk to Admin right now and see what is up. Well, yeah. So if you guys are just joining us, if you guys weren't here yesterday, this is a smaller tournament, but still ProGameX.com is the people putting it up. You should go and check them out, guys. They're a new website. Basically, it's newly created gaming community, and it's a powerful platform to show your skills and be rewarded. You can directly connect to top players, follow them, talk to them. You can play with professionals as well as get coached by professionals, and it allows you to stay up to date on important events in the community. such as show matches, tournaments, interactive streams, etc. And they're also going to be adding it for League of Legends and Dota 2. And also, if you guys do go to ProGameX.com and you register there, then you'll be able to have a chance to win the ability to play next weekend. I believe they're going to be streaming it with some pro players and stuff. So if you'd like to have some free playtime or free coaching or whatever with some pro players, then go and sign up now. Alright, so it is going to be Toxic Youth going up against 1-2-3 STORMBOLT first, and then we're going to have the other loser bracket match next. So I'm going to try to find out if those teams are ready. So I'll see. So we have Toxic Youth. Toxic Youth is PhD, and they're playing against 1-2-3 STORMBOLT, which was the God comp that they fought. Let's see if the answer was I assume Fox is going to be a leader, but he hasn't gone just yet, so let's see. You still here with me? Yes? Oh, I guess you do see something. Hello?
Is the echo any better?
Hello? Seems fine now. I don't
Yeah,
hear anything.
seems good now. Okay, good. Yeah, I just had to restart it.
Okay, perfect. So I think the teams are ready. I'm just going to try queuing them. We'll see if they accept it.
Plug into the
Oh, okay.
account. I'm almost there. Yeah.
So obviously he hasn't responded just yet, but it is, I don't know if you heard me, but it's going to be Toxic Youth going up against 1-2-3 STORMBOLT.
Yeah.
So that is the PhD versus the God Comp from yesterday.
An interesting matchup.
Yeah, and the Toxic Youth, they lost 2-0 to that RLS, whereas 1-2-3 STORMBOLT was actually, they took a game off of the Druid Shaman DK that you think is going to win. So they did pretty well. I mean, they actually looked really good in that first game, and then they were
curious to know what comp Toxic Youth will be running against them.
Yeah.
Who will actually be that PhD? Because they played 2 different comps that weren't PhD yesterday, so
Yeah,
we'll see
V-Sleeve and
what
LSD.
we're going to do.
I feel like V-Sleeve would be pretty good versus Shadowplay, though.
Yeah, me too.
You all ready?
You might just need to do this one on your own for this time.
Alright, I'm just gonna try queuing up then.
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so the first game is gonna be popping. It is gonna be starting on a Grand Arena. I assume it's still best of 3s. Alright, Depth Divine teams, yeah, no, they changed everything, so no, it's all good. Perfect. Alright guys, so this is going to be game 1 of day 2. It's Toxic Youth going up against 1-2-3 STORMBOLT. And it is going to be that V-Sleeve kind of as expected here. And the God Comp or the Shadow Play or whatever is actually going to be playing with a Holy Pally. So same thing as yesterday that they did run. It should be pretty interesting to see how that works out. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to be. I feel like the Paladin is probably going to be better than a Druid in this case, but it's still going to be pretty tough. I mean, I think it's going to be pretty scary for Shake Milk to be able to survive, but he did play well yesterday. But we'll see if he's going to be able to survive against this, because if I remember correctly, he died, both of the games he died, I think he still had an Ice Block yesterday against the Shaman Ellie team. You know, it's pretty tough to get your Ice Block off sometimes against this comp, so we'll see how he's going to fare. But we do have Swapsy kind of poking on in there, and the Flare is down here. And 1-2-3 STORMBOLT is leaving, so it must have had some sort of issue. Oh, oops. Oh, I forgot to change the screen. Sorry, guys. You didn't miss anything. My bad. But, yeah. They did leave, so we're trying to restart. Okay, so we just have to try keying that up again. I don't know what the problem was, but we don't want to do random right now. Alright, here we go. Jumping on it again. And also, shout out to Blizzard for letting us use the actual spectator clients. This is actually like the first ever just like kind of, random online tournament that has had it. Like, I mean, I guess well, if you count the PvP live tournament as an online tournament, then it's the second one, but still. Normally you have to do the 5v5 war game thing, and so if there was that issue, then we would have had to wait minutes before we're back in, and people would have to get killed off and everything. So this is so much easier. I can just queue them into the game, choose the map. They don't have to meet up in game, nothing like that. So this is honestly so much better. But yeah, we are going to be getting this game going here pretty shortly, and we'll see what's going to happen this time around. Hopefully, whatever issue they had is sorted out.
Yeah, I hope so. I actually might be able to get into this because I just got online, so that's really good.
Yeah,
so I'm logging in now. I think I just have to get the add-on turned on actually, and I'll be able to do it.
Okay, splendid. So we do have the Shadow Priest actually charging Radon out this time, and he's going to pop this Hunter out of camo. So he obviously wants them to go on him, and it looks like that's exactly what they're going to be doing to start things off. Shake Milk still sitting into Invis, and we'll see how he's going to get his opener. But, I mean, Healing Stat's taking a lot of damage early on. There comes the Pet Nova out from Shake Milk, and he is going to be starting this off. Going to get hexed up instantly, though. Hasn't really got anything done just yet. And, I mean, Healing Stat is getting very, very low, so his opener really not looking too good for this Shatter play. The Palm Sheep does come out onto Pyro, and he is going to have to trinket that immediately. Pops his wings. Going to get silenced on that. Aura Mastery does come out immediately to remove that silence, and this Hunter going to be taking a lot of damage. Will be getting top back off, though. Right into the Sheep. Now the Sheep going to be swapped over onto Swapsy, as Pyro does dispel that off. So well played there by Shake Milk here, baiting out that dispel and getting the full Sheep on a Swapsy. Are you in the game?
Yes, I'm definitely in the game now.
All right, perfect.
So yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I think this just a no double D curse coming from this Holy Pie team is definitely going to hurt them, because we do see the full hex again going on to Shake Milk. Healing Stat going to be taking a lot of pressure. The silencing shot does go onto the Holy Pie, and his beast lead is just pushing it on top of this team. I feel like they're not really that scared, because every 30 seconds they're going to have that full hex, because I'm assuming they're going to be running with the hex clip, and that's just going to put them in a bad spot. But after the hex, we do see them swapping over Shake Milk, dipping down super fast already down to half health. It's basically doing so much pressure, but the DP turning around onto the Hunter from this Holy Pie Beast Cleave team, and Pie is just going to the silence and dipping down low, but just using that line of sight very carefully, playing defensive when he needs to when that burst is coming in.
Yeah, and I mean, he has to play very defensive when that burst is coming in, man. We all know how adept Beast Cleave is at killing mages, and he's going to blink back behind the pillar. He's going to get the Ring of Frost down to trap all those pets, and oh my god, the LE Blast does come in. Dips down to about 80k HP. He's going to have to get block off him. We do see that Wyvern's thing went out onto the Pally. He didn't even Stoneform it or anything. It just seemed to break immediately. I'm not sure what happened there, if it got auto-shot or what, but the Hunter now taking a lot of damage here is going to have to pull back, and both teams, kind of trading blows back and forth here. I'm waiting to see when Swapsy is going to pop his Ascendance, though. I don't think we've actually seen that come out from him just yet, so that's going to be a key moment. And with Shake Milk on Hypothermia, you would expect it to come out.
Yeah, I think they will with the scatter shot on the Pally. Maybe yeah, there's Ascendance on the Shake Milk. There's Bop instantly coming up from the Pally, so really great counter there, but it should be just be perched off instantly because this team has so many offensive dispels, and we do see the Sheep going on Swapsy, so they're recognizing this. They're doing a great job CCing it. That's the second Storm Blast coming in, only dipping, around 200k health. So this Pally team, they reacted accordingly. They CC, but we do see the full Wyvern come in. He does Storm from that off, so, and a full Hex goes into the Mage. He trinkets that, so, they reacted accordingly to the Ascendance. They CC'd it, and they're going to throw it back around to this Hunter. We do see the Devouring play going in, the Hodge on the Holy Pally, into the Silence. We maybe see Aura Mastery on that. No, just choosing the line of sight. So, I mean, both teams are just reacting to the cooldown so accordingly. They're both playing defensive, they're both playing careful, and right now it doesn't look like one team really has the advantage of the other. Just the kind of the trinket from the Holy Pally and the Stonehammer has been used from this GodCon team. So that's a little advantage that the Beast Cleave does have, but Ascendance has been used, and they didn't really get too much out of it.
Yeah, not too much. I mean, a really good CC on him during it. And Shake Milk still going to be tunneled away on right now. The Deep Freeze is out there onto the Hunter. We see MCS coming out across onto the Pally, and this Hunter's taking a ton of damage down to 70k HP. Does barely get that deterrence off, and Swapsy was hodged up at the same time. Couldn't really help his team out at all. Now going to be throwing that Hex out onto Shake Milk with Swapsy. And he's taking some damage here. And some really good cross CC, honestly, there from 1-2-3 Stormbolt with that. They had the MCS on the Pally, they had the Hodge onto Swapsy, and that Deep Freeze onto the Hunter. So very well played, and they are going to force out that cooldown. And this Hunter is running out of deters, and he does have his trinket back up here relatively soon, though, so I think he's going to be okay for now. Shake Milk now, though, is going to be the one in trouble. He's down 150k. May have to use another Ice Block here. Does catch a big heal, though, as the Divine Favor PvP trinket does go out there from the Pally, just healing him right back up. And Shadow Fiend now being popped here. Silence goes out onto Pyro. That's going to be Aura Mastery once again, and the wings do come up.
Yeah, that's a really great job from the Pally, you know, kind of recognizing his hunter is running out of cooldowns, wants to wait for that deter to come back up, because it is a pretty long cooldown. I'm assuming he's going to be running with probably the shorter deterrent, so probably about the 2-minute deter, I would assume. But so just a really good job by him noticing that the hunter had used his deter last time, didn't want to blow anything. But there goes the Hex on the mage. It does break to damage, unfortunately, but it's okay. But they're switching over to the healing stat, but I'm assuming with that Hex broken, they're just going to go back over to the mage. But I really want to see where this god comes to do next thing. So there's the Deep Freeze onto the Holy Pally from the Beastly. There comes the DP, the huge damage, the fear coming out, instantly being trinketed, in fact, no tremor available from Swapsy, and a sack comes out, and the Guardian, so he's just going to be just fine here, probably using his cooldowns, using that trinket, using that Guardian, but that is one more thing forced out from this God comp. If they can get some more cooldowns, they might be able to score a kill on this Hunter, but both actually Pally's using Guardian, and there comes the Stoneform on that Wyvern from the Holy Pally God comp team, trying to avoid that CC as much as you can. The Mage just gets put into the full Hex, that will be trinketed as well, so there's the trinket and the Stoneform used, and this basically looks like they're kind of favoring hitting the Shadow Priest every time they have Hex up, because it will be able to sit full on that Mage every time that it's up. So the Mage is being just targeted right now, the Flame Shock, Serpent Sting on him, Scatter Shot actually going on to the Shadow Priest, and just, you know, team just kind of sparring off with the full sheep on the Pally. The Hunter's just kind of lost right now, knowing the CC chain's coming.
The full Fear does follow that up, though. It's going to be Tremored now. The sheep is going to be followed up by that full Hodge onto Pyro, and we may have to see another cooldown coming out here from the Hunter, but no, it doesn't look like it. The Silence does come in, but it's a little bit too late. They missed that overlap, and the Word of Glory did come out. It was able to crit, and yeah, look at that instant healing right back up to full for the Hunter. So well played there by Pyro. Going to be able to top him right back off, and at the same time, healing stat forced into the dispersion, taking a lot of damage, was pushed way in, out of range of his Pally, and as a result, he did have to use that disperse, and now the bubble has to come out as Akai is falling way far behind here. Healing stat just really overextending there and getting punished for it big time. Shake Milk now in a lot of trouble as well here. A lot of damage is coming out on him as the Spirit Wolves have been popped. Sacrifice does go up on him, immediately removed, and with no bubble left here on Akai and no disperse on healing stat, you know, he could be in a lot of trouble, but at the same time, they're trying to turn it around. The Devouring Plague does come out, as well as that Frost Orb. Silence goes up onto Pyro, but the Hunter's already back behind the pillar, and he should be okay, as long as they can't get that sheep, and it's going to actually be a bubble coming out on the Deep Freeze to keep this Hunter alive. It was taking a ton of damage.
Yeah, for sure. Swapsy also got a great Hex on that Mage during that entire duration, so great job by him recognizing the trinket. But there was a fear onto the Hunter and the Pally, but instantly tremored by Swapsy. Great job by him. We do see him thrown into the ring, instantly dispelled by his Pally. Just great job by him. But there is the full Wyvern onto the other Pally. I made a trinket that. There comes the trinket and the Ice Block force, so kind of an overlap there, actually. I think the Pally should have maybe been saving his trinket for his Shadow Priest, considering he's the one with no defensive cooldowns right now, but he's going to be the one switching to right now. I'm kind of the way that Beastly can kind of work against this Pally God comp is they have no poison dispel, so they can kind of like Wyvern the Pally and even trap or Hodge the Priest if they want to. They can do that cross CC consistently, and the Holy Pally God comp, they can't really do too much about it, as Wyvern is an instant boot. You see the Deep Freeze going onto that Paladin there, maybe followed up by Sheep. There's a full Sheep. It is end up trinket instantly because this Pally knows his Hunter's in trouble. Followed by the Silence, Aura Mastery, good fear by the Shadow Priest on that Aura Mastery Silence. Great job by him knowing that he had the Aura Mastery and just instantly fear it off. Hunter in a lot of trouble, forcing to the camo behind the pillar, so, you know, making sure he survives this onslaught, but oh my god, dipping down to 50k health, so low, hiding behind the pillar. Pally stuck in a disarm. Wonder if he does have bubble available. I don't think he does right now. And just trying to keep his Hunter alive. I think he'll be okay behind that pillar. You know, just losing away from this Hunter or from this this Mage and this Priest. But the Deep Freeze does come in with the Shadow Fiend, just tons and tons of damage coming out. 30k health. Surely this fear will be it, and he does go down. Tons of damage coming to the Hunter from behind the pillar, and they just didn't have enough left. And I'm actually surprised that they weren't able to, you know, when they had that Wyvern stand, do you think they should have been swapping onto the Priest instead of the Mage when they forced that Ice Block? I think that could have been their kill.
Yeah, I mean, they did actually force out the dispersion for the Priest, and, oh, you're echoing again, but, they actually, yeah, you might just have to mute for a sec, but, yeah, they did force out disperse from the Priest, and then they actually used the Ascendance onto the Mage, which forced an Ice Block, but, I mean, I think that using using that into the Mage when you had Ice Block up didn't really make a whole lot of sense. I think that with that Ascendance, they could have actually perhaps just killed the Shadow Priest straight up. So I think, you know, a bit of a mistake there strategy-wise, but, you know, a well-played game from 1-2-3 Stormbolt, and they are going to take the first map and be one game away from eliminating Toxic Youth.
Yeah, really great game played by them. We kind of saw the same thing. Like, they seem to be pretty comfortable on Negran because, you know, they took the game against the Druid and the DK team, and on this one on Negran they played a Saw as well, and they took the game for this Beastly. But yeah, it is one more. Beastly will have the map choice, of course, and that will give them maybe a slight advantage if they choose. to use it to their favor. So we'll have to see how they manage to do that. But good play coming out of both teams actually.
Yeah.
These still played well.
Yeah,
But yeah, I would have liked to see that Ascendance definitely on the Shadow Priest when he didn't have any Disperse, and they probably didn't have Trinket or Bubble. It would have been that was a really good opportunity for them that they had that they didn't capitalize on, I think.
Yeah, I definitely think they could have got a kill there. But anyway, Dalaran Arena is going to be the map choice, and we are going to be queued right up into that. And I think it's a pretty good choice. Interesting that they didn't decide to go to Runes, but maybe they just feel like Runes is going to be a bit too much of a cluster, and this is a very good cleave map as well. So, you know,
This is very good.
Either one is fine.
Another thing about this map is also a very good fear map. People tend to, stack up around the boxes, but I think with the Hunter Cleave, they're not going to be too stacked. They're going to be the ones aggressing and pushing in on this enemy team. But when the Hunter runs around the pillar, I mean, he's losing with his Pally and Shaman, so it could lead to a bunch of triple fears from this Priest as well. So even though it might seem good, it could go wrong a couple times. But
yeah, I mean, they have Tremor though as well. So
yeah, Tremor is really really good, but the team has a lot of cross CC. We'll have to see what they do.
Yep, yeah, it'll all come down to how it's going to be played out, but I think it could be pretty strong. Ever since they added the stairs on the corners, I think this has become like one of the kind of ultimate cleave maps. There's no more knockoffs or ports up or anything like that to kind of help people out. So anyway, Gate is going to be opening up, and this is one game away from elimination here for Toxic Youth. They're already in the lower bracket. They lost 2-0 in their first match, and they're down 1 here in the second. So we'll see what they can get done. They're going to be starting it off on the Healing Stat, who is going to be taking a little bit of damage. We'll see if they're going to want to use a really early Ascendance or if they're going to wait for some CC, but Pyro already into the Deep Freeze. The Sheep does come out onto him as well. Healing Stack going to be Silencing Shot. We did see the Hex onto Shake Melt, going to be Trinketed Scatter. Web Root onto Akai. That's looking like that's going to be a full trap onto the Paladin. He's trying to sit it. I think Disperse is going to have to come out here. The late Trinket comes out from Akai as he has to actually pop Guardian and Wings there instantly, kind of realizing his mistake a little bit too late. Maybe could have held some of those cooldowns. He even used Div Favor. He actually basically just pressed every cooldown at the same time.
Yeah, he used everything except for Bubble, but we do see the pressure instantly turn around this Hunter. Oh my goodness, dipping down to 70k health. Definitely going to have to be throwing into that deterrent. So tons of just instant counter pressure coming out of this God Comp, but God Comp burst is very scary. You have that Shadow Fiend, you have Orb right away, all those cooldowns are up. So kind of expected, but the Hunter Cleave does just use their deterrents. We see spam Sheeps on the swaps, just trying to keep him off, even with the dispels, trying to, peel for Shadow Priest. But this probably doesn't have many cooldowns left. I mean, sure, the Shadow Priest has Disperse, but he used, everything there earlier. So here comes the Sounding Shot and a trap, and they bops himself by accident. Oh my goodness, and the Disperse comes in. Yeah, and it just gets into the web root trap. Great job by the Hunter, kind of recognizing that. There's so much trouble on this Priest. The War Mastery comes out, the Bop comes out on the Priest, so there's both Bops gone, and Fear sitting on the Hunter.
That was a huge mistake by Akai. I mean, he still had his bubble up, and he, instead of bubbling, he bopped himself out of the scatter, got trapped anyway, and now he's not going to be able to bubble, so now he literally has nothing left. But Pyro is Sheep. The Silence comes out after that. There is the deter. He's going to have to get back to his Pally and get healed back up here. You would hope they'd be able to capitalize on these pretty big mistakes, honestly, from Akai. And if there was ever a chance for them to win the game, this would be it. I mean, this Pally has blown everything. We'll see if they're going to be able to actually, finish someone off here. The Priest does not have his Disperse, and here comes the Scatter. They're going to be looking for that trap. There's the Web Root to prevent the Priest from eating it. Full trap does come in. Now the Ascendance comes out. This is surely going to be it for Healing Stat. I really don't see him being able to live through this, but somehow, some way, they actually did not interrupt. The Priest has cast an MD in their face. They didn't interrupt it. He was able to MD that Hodge off. The Freezing Trap was broken, so 2 CCs in a row kind of messed up there, and mistakes kind of being traded for mistakes here. As Toxic Youth not able to really finish that out, and now the Hunter going to be feared out. He does have no deters left, and he's at 200k HP. There's the Orb coming out onto him. You can see that he did get the Master's Call Freedom, trying to kite out of there and doing a good job of it, but really pretty sloppy from both sides here.
Yeah, Swapsy was thrown to the Deep Freeze on that kill attempt, and he had his Trinket available, but choosing not to, and then just put into the Deep Freeze and just CC it on all of his thing. But a great grip there on that Scatter, not going to be able to land the trap on a Kaiku. Great job by Healing Stack, kind of recognizing that. And the Deep Freeze does go on to the Hunter. He's dipping around half health, but the bubble is going to be half to thrown out by the Pally of this Beast Cleave. Swapsy is shooting a full Sheep right now, not being able to dispel out. There it is, but there's a half Sheep. Great job recognizing that the spell does have a cooldown now, and for a long time in mobs, so great job by him just recognizing that you can spam those Sheeps and Agros. But okay, just walks into a trap from the Binding Shot. I do believe that was an old trap, and Healing Stat, dipping really, really low, getting knock trapped out of that Binding Shot. Great job by this Hunter, stunning them, and the Sheep does land out on the Holy Pally, actually, and a Deep Freeze on the Hunter, so this is going to be the turnaround. But Healing Stat dipping so low, down to 60k. And then there's Disperse, so Disperse is back up, and there's Bubble from Akai, so that the mistake not costing him too much, but there's the Disperse and Bubble forced out right away, but he does have Trinket left, so there's still a little bit of cooldowns from this God Comp.
Yeah, I mean, the Pally still does have his trinket. He has his stone form as well for the Wyvern's thing. You can see his Divine Favor wings going up there as well. So, he is going to have that, and his Guardian should be up here momentarily. Yeah, it's just coming up in 1 second, actually. So, he is going to have some cooldowns. The trap trying to come out there, not going to actually land, unfortunately. Silencing Shot does go over onto the Pally. Defreeze onto Pyro. That's going to be a full fear off that. We do have the Hodge onto this Hunter. Devouring Plague coming out on him as well. He's actually Feigned, so we can't see his HP, but I think he just died in the Feign while he was Hodge. So, yeah. So, that's pretty funny. He died pretty fast. I mean, he Feigned at almost full HP as he got Hodge, but he was just died 100-0 in the Feign death. So,
Pretty crazy damage, yeah. They were actually choosing to run Binding Shot instead of Wyvern, which I don't agree with.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. But I mean, he is playing Dwarf and everything, so I guess I understand that a bit. But honestly, there was huge mistakes out of Akai at the start. But then Toxic Youth, when they had that opportunity, it should have been like a guaranteed kill. They should
have blown everything for it.
There was no disperse. There was nothing. They got a full trap onto Akai, and then the full trap was broken by a glaive toss, I believe. And then they hodged off that anyway, and they still would have got the kill. But then no one interrupted. There's 3 of them with interrupts. I mean, they have Silencing Shot, Shock. They could have hexed it. They could have Binding Shot. They could have rebuked it, anything. But the Priestess MD'd in their face and dispelled the Hodge that would follow it up after they broke their own trap. So it was like, just seemed kind of uncharacteristically sloppy. I've seen Swapsy play in a number of tournaments and stuff, and they usually do really well. But this was not their tournament. They're gonna go out 0-2-0-2. And
yeah, definitely not their tournament this time. But Swapsy was thrown into a lot of CC on that kill with Ascendance. But I mean, I wonder if he wasn't running a trinket that game, because he chose not to trinket the deep. He didn't trinket the full ring, and he was fine. I mean, like, if you don't trinket, 13 seconds of CC. Yeah, like, I'm sure that God Comp has a lot of CC, especially for a shaman. I mean, you need to wear a trinket, especially if they CC you on Tremor Totem for your Pally. It's a necessary, and that was their kill. I mean, if I was them in that situation, I would have blown everything. I don't care if I'm tricking offensively. That's your kill. They had nothing.
I mean, yeah, it's a guaranteed kill, basically, you would think. But anyway, that is going to be it. And, a bit of a messy series, but 1-2-3 Stormbolt is going to claim him, and they're going to take it 2-0. And, they played well. So they are moving on. And they were actually the team that came closest to beating the DK Shaman Druid team. So, they're maybe going to go far in this tournament. They definitely have.
I could definitely see them going far. Yeah, that DK Shaman team could have gone. I think it could have gone either way against this Holy Pally Godcon team. I believe it was no we're close to being a one-sided victory for the DK Shaman, because I mean they just kind of global damaged without him ice blocking on
both games actually. He did.
Yeah, both games. I mean I think the one on